tell me a little bit about No Dig?
Yes, so No Dig is really about putting the focus on the soil rather than the plant, so making sure that the soil is healthy, and because if you have healthy soil then you'll have healthy plants. And what it is, it's a system of layering compost, so you add a thin layer of compost once a year, normally in the winter, about 2.5 to 3 centimetres in depth, and you just leave it there, you don't dig it in. And then what happens is the earthworms will come up from the bottom of the soil, and they'll bring that compost down for you, and in the process they will create tunnels in the soil with their bodies, and that aerates the soil, and then which also then eases compaction. Well, one of the key benefits is that the soil, because you're not digging the soil, it helps it to retain moisture because you're improving the structure of it. And it also helps to improve drainage, so you're both retaining moisture and improving the drainage, which is key for a healthy soil. The other thing is that because you're not digging the soil, you're not disturbing the beneficial bacteria and microbes that live in the soil and the insects. When you dig, those are brought to the surface and then eaten by birds. So by not digging, those beneficial insects and bacteria will stay in the soil. And there's another key benefit, which is the mycorrhizal fungi that live in the soil. So these are like the thread-like mycelium that are in the soil structure, and they have what's known as a synergistic relationship with the plants because they're very thinner than the roots of the plant, so they can reach into the crevices in the soil and get moisture and food for the plant that the plant roots are unable to get to themselves. So if by digging you disturb the soil and potentially break up those mycorrhizal fungi, so that's another major benefit from not digging the soil.
How did the No Dig system come about?
The No Dig system was pioneered by a man called Charles Dowding, and he's been doing trials of dig and no dig beds for almost 40 years now, and he's still doing them. And what he has found is that the produce from the no dig beds overall has a much higher yield and a much better quality than the vegetables produced in the dig beds. And of course, if you're focusing on the soil and keeping the soil healthy, which then leads to having healthy plants, then you're also going to have less pests and diseases. And another of the benefits, of course, is if you've got healthy plants and healthy soil, there's less requirement to add plant food and fertilizers to the soil. So that's another benefit of no dig. So overall, you've got healthy soil, healthy plants, no fertilizers, no pesticides, no fungicides, no digging, less effort, and better produce and better quality produce and more produce. What's not to like? The majority of our vegetable produce is used in our tea room, but any excess gets put in our shop, and customers can come and buy any excess produce on a donation basis. And we normally harvest twice a week, and we've already just started, so come along and see if there's anything that you'd like.